Let me give you a good analogy. Last time that I came up with this tier of analogy, it got 1.7 million views for this 15-year-old, by the way, with a huge pimple scar on his nose. So listen up, alright? Think of your life as a tree. You know, in our teenage years, we're still at the trunk of this tree, right? Like the big brown log, that's the trunk. We can have many different branches as we grow up, different pathways to go down. But like as we study in college, pick our career or business to enter in our 20s, we specialize, we choose like one of those main branches to go into. Our choices here have the highest magnitude. They have the most impact on our lives in the future. And this is where a lot of people determine the rest of their lives, you see, with the career that they go into. Every single person, man, that you see, I was just thinking about this, that you see they regret their career choice or the job they go into, and they go to their deathbed regretting the work they did and they feel unfulfilled. All of them, they chose the wrong branch to go down. And because it is possible to go back, but it is very hard, and you need like atomiumjae level discipline to be able to go back, bro. It is very difficult to go back once you've chosen wrongly. So it is of like utmost importance that you're capable enough to know the right branch for you, basically. As you grow even older and travel further down your branch, right? It's thinner. You see like on a diagram of a tree, it's thinner, right? And it's even harder, man, to go back and pursue like alternative branches that you wanted to go down. You live the whole rest of your life on this branch until you reach your last twig. And before it inevitably snaps and falls, you'll get to look back on your life. Was it full of regrets? Or do you smile? Do you laugh? Are you fulfilled knowing that you contributed to your loved ones? Was it full of regrets, or do you smile and laugh on your deathbed knowing that you contributed all you could and all you wanted to your loved ones? That probably scared the shit out of you, but let's slow down, alright? If you're a teen, you're still at the trunk of the tree, so like you can relax basically. So let me show you how to make better decisions so that you're more capable of choosing the branch that you want to go down. Remember, there's no right answer with the branch that you want to go down. It's all about being capable enough to figure out what's the right one for you. Most people will waste their teenage years because nobody at all tells them how valuable this time actually is. Not even, for most people, not even their parents or their closest friends or their teachers. You feel young and you're on your trunk years. Let's call these your trunk years. And by the time most people figure out that, oh, teenage years are actually valuable, right? They're already like on their first main branch and it's very hard to go back. Like all your life, you've been conditioned by like the teachers in school, for example, to just do what you've been told. But now in real life, you're told to figure it out like a real man, right? And that's just honestly kind of shitty, right? When you think of making use of your teenage years and you think of locking in, you probably think of being just a productivity robot. Waking up at 6:30 a.m., working for 2 hours before you even brush your teeth, and then only having breakfast, going to the gym, and then working again while secluding yourself in your own room, in your own fucking Guna dungeon, right? But honestly, that's not what locking in is. Locking in is not being a productivity robot. Sure, you still need a routine, but look at me, like I'm living my life, I'm talking to girls, and I'm just like really happy now. And that's how I'm so successful, and that's how I like, what do you... that's how I'm able to project all my energy through you to the camera, and you feel more passionate to your goals when I'm doing better, right? I'm talking about direction. You need direction in your life. You don't need to be a lifeless robot. All you need is just direction. You scroll for hours each day and then proceed to play like Brawl Stars or something on your phone for years until... Actually, no, people don't play Brawl Stars for years. They switch between Clash Royale and Brawl Stars. But okay, the point is that you do bad habits for years until you're out of uni at 22. wondering where all those, what do you call it, honeymoon years went. Nothing feels the same anymore because TikTok is there, sapping all your attention away. I don't know how to sound angry enough on that, but genuinely, apps like Instagram and TikTok, short form content basically, even YouTube, you watch it while you're eating, you watch it while you're outside, you watch it while you're taking a shit. Like, can I talk about how normalized taking a shit scrolling on your phone while taking a shit is? Like, genuinely, it is so harmful because for most people, taking a shit and showering is the only time in their day that they get to free up their mind, and there's nothing on their mind at all, and they just get to think. So if you take one thing away from this video, it's don't bring your phone into the shower or the toilet, and I promise you, you will feel so much happier after a few weeks and be able to make much better decisions in your life. I know that sounds like such a weird niche tip, but trust me, like, that's so niche because I've actually lived it and I've seen the benefits of it. So just trust me on that one. Do not bring your phone into the shit or the shower and your life will improve genuinely. And one more sort of doomer point I've got for you is that your teenage years are the easiest time in your life to improve yourself. Actually, that's not doomer, that's like very hopeful. Right now are the easiest times of your life. It's only doomer for like the 25-year-olds who watching, I know who you are, who like have already wasted their teenage years. But for us teenagers, these are the easiest times of our lives. You have no rent, you have no like kids to take care of, you have no responsibility, you have not much real responsibilities or bills to pay at all. Like, my only real responsibility right now is the work that I'm doing here and maybe school, and like that's it. Not to mention, everything is only going to get more addicting from here on out. Like 10 years ago, can you imagine if you told someone about TikTok or about how Instagram and Mark Zuckerberg has spent billions to hack your brain and create the most addictive algorithm possible? The cavemen of our ancestors wouldn't have been able to process that, right? And 10 years from now, you know how the growth of AI is exponential, right? So yeah, it's only going to get more and more addicting from here on out, and you better lock the fuck in now, okay? Okay, side point, but people would commit serious crimes to have a fraction of the time that we have right now. And you waste that time watching shorts and playing Brawl Stars like the people in my boarding college. Okay, but you waste that time watching shorts, you won't even remember the next day when you wake up. Yeah, I see that in my own boarding school, and I want to help the people, but like I know that I'm unable to help people unless they really want to be helped, because you know, you watching this video, you so desperately want to improve yourself, and it's still so fucking hard, right? So imagine the people who don't really care about improving. Imagine, like, there's no hope. There's just no hope, okay? I'm not good enough to be able to help people who don't want to help themselves, you get what I mean? I'm not that good. I'm not that good. Okay, anyway, back to the video. Look, I distract myself sometimes too. Like, just yesterday I was watching this Minecraft video where like they played Minecraft, but it's like 1,000 ticks. And also the video where if they say dirt, like all the dirt in the world disappears or something, and that was super funny. I'm probably gonna be making those sort of Minecraft yapping videos soon too. The point here is that I distract myself sometimes, but I mention this every video, and it's so true that you cannot escape the consequences of your actions, okay? I mention it every video because it's so fucking important. Like, write it down and paste it on your wall. You cannot escape the consequences of your actions. Most teens cope, and when I tell them to like go gym or something like that and say like, oh, it'll take too long to build a physique of my dreams. Fucker, the time is gonna pass anyway, fucker. The time is gonna fucking pass anyway, right? So might as well start now. Okay, my arm probably still looks fucking small because I only look good without a shirt on. But okay, you are at your trunk right now, and so you better make that fucking trunk strong as fuck so that all your future branches are supported. And this could be the difference between feeling lost and feeling fulfilled in your life, okay? You gotta make sure all your branches are supported firmly by strong ass roots. The difference between feeling lost and feeling fulfilled 1 year from now starts now. And I'm sorry I swore so much this video, but I hope that made the points enter your thick ass skull, okay? You don't get your teenage years twice, that's the truth. And you can enjoy them. But I'm telling you, I enjoy my life and I smile more in my everyday life than everyone who is quote unquote enjoying their life because I am disciplined. Discipline is the strongest form of self-love. My story, I am first-hand proof that what I preach, this actual self-improvement, works. If you lived with year 8 me, you would believe it, zero doubt. And by the way, what actual self-improvement means is just not like being alpha or all that. It's just making progress in the areas of life that you actually care about, such as relationships, such as money to retire your parents, for example, such as social skills so that you can make the best friends that you can. Stuff like physique so that you like yourself when you look in the mirror. You get what I mean? And honestly, for most of you, you are proof that this works as well. My loyal viewers know how difficult this path of discipline is, but also how quick your life transforms when you embrace it and start applying delayed gratification into every aspect of life that you care about. You remember those days before we found self-improvement, before we would ever consider ourselves disciplined, right? How we were just hopping from bad habit to instant gratification to distraction. And you know how fucking shit life felt even though we were having fun, right? But when you start replacing instant gratification for delayed gratification, video games for meditation, the first thing you wake up, and morning sunlight in your eyes, that's when you start genuinely smiling in my life like I am right now. I'm actually having so much fun recording these videos. If you couldn't tell, I just like put on like my firm face so that you hopefully get the message more. But I'm actually having so much fun, and if you would see in like the uncut footage, I'm actually laughing like a lot. Maybe not for this video because I'm low-key kind of tired, but holy shit, this gives me so much purpose and so much fulfillment in my heart that I'm actually benefiting the young men who watch these videos. No. Like that's when you start genuinely smiling, when you're contributing to the people you care about like I'm doing right now. And that's when you get out of bed smiling. Like I literally got out of bed smiling today. And that's when your life starts to get meaning, man. Replacing pleasure for discipline is the key. I know that, and I've seen just how much that's transformed my life. Like, it saved my life, man, and it's saving the life of others, and that's why I keep showing up no matter what I have to sacrifice. Whether I get 1 view or a million views, whether I get like 1 view and it's from the classmate who makes fun of me, or a million views and I make like $1,000, I feel this moral duty inside of my heart and soul that I need to spread this message of actual self-improvement just from how much it has positively impacted my life. Okay, you haven't really seen too much of this in this video, but like, do you know how hard it is to be so public with my private life? Like, to tell people all my mistakes just so that I can be like the leader who goes into the dark. It sounds so similar, but like who goes into the darkness and trips on a rock just so that I can lead my people and say, hey bro, hey bro, I tripped on that rock. Watch out for that rock, man. Don't trip on that one. Because I promise you, the rewards that I speak of, the better life, the money, the respect, the recognition from men, and the attraction from women, like everything you could ever fucking want, man. And more importantly, like better relationships with your family, more hope for the future, less suicidal thoughts. It all comes from being disciplined on your own actual self-improvement journey. Like, I believe God blessed me with this ability to speak in a way that when I'm doing better, you start doing better in your own life too. Because of this passion that like sort of, what do you call it, transmits through the camera. I don't know, I don't have the words for that right now, but this is not a blessing that I'll take for granted, okay? And this is a message worth spreading because it has saved my life, and I know it is saving lives around the world. Okay, I've got 3 things I want to tell you about now. Number one, what to work on, how to find that basically. Be honest, like you already know what to do, right? What's best for you. You don't need me to repeat the same advice over and over again, which is why this one and the other 2 will be like more niche things you probably haven't heard about yet. So I'll just drop a few important bits for you right now and leave you with that. To get ahead, you need to know what you want to get ahead in, right? Which is why I want you to stop this video right now and download this app called Medito. It is free and it's like an organization, so it's not for profit at all, and they depend on donations and there's no ads. Like basically, like pretty much they are going like underwater every year, and I don't know how long the app is gonna exist for, but it's the app I use as well. And what I want you to do is like when you wake up in the morning first thing, I want you to meditate for 5 minutes, and before you sleep, I also want you to meditate for 5 minutes. Just start with that and progressively overload it. You know how like in the gym you progressively overload 10 kg and then the next day you do like 11 kg and stuff like that, right? Apply it with the amount of minutes you meditate. Apply that same concept. I also have a course in the description on the 8 aspects of student life. Bro, the fact that I'm spending more time advertising meditation than my own course, that's how you know I'm real, okay? But anyway, I've spent like more than 10 months on this course and it's almost finished. It's not even finished yet. That's how long it took me. And also you could do everything that the guide says. You could do all the good habits, but still make no progress because actually no, I have a section on purpose in the course, so like you'll make progress. But the actual thing you need in your life, what I mentioned earlier, is you need direction, you need purpose. Now, what actually is purpose? Because it sounds like this super vague thing that everyone keeps talking about, right? Ooh, find your purpose. The simplest way to think of purpose is contribution you want to give to the world. So the easiest way to find your purpose is what in the world pisses you off. Like when you think about this concept or like this unfairness, like for example, bullying in school, or like or even something as random as the fact that there's a Great Pacific Garbage Patch that's like polluting everything, right? Or like for me, it's like young men's issues. It can be something as specific as the fact that Instagram girls are being like sort of hormonified with. Okay, I'll explain what hormonified means in a future video. Basically, it means like, okay, this is actually kind of sad. Let me go on a side yap about this. But girls on Instagram will like post like an actually wholesome picture and they'll get 5 likes, right? And then they post like a family picture and it gets like 20 likes. But then they post a picture where their ass happens to be slightly out and it will get like 200 likes. And this creates like a feedback loop. Honestly, YouTubers are susceptible to this as well, where you just get captured by the audience because of what gets more views, and I try my best to not do that. Okay, back to the girl. Like she'll post she'll just post a picture where like her ass happens to be slightly out, right? And it'll get like 300 likes. And so she'll sort of like be incentivized to post more pictures like that, right? And that's how girls sort of become like, that's sort of how like Instagram hoes are made. Like Instagram hoes are never born, they're made by just like the positive feedback loop of more like promiscuous behavior gets you more likes. And yeah, and that's kind of sad to see. So yeah, that could be the problem that pisses you off and that you want to stop. And so when you've identified something in the world that pisses you off, you've got to identify your business model now, which is what you actually want to work on, whether you want to be an employee or whether you want to own an agency or be a content creator like me. And a really big tip to help you here, please watch this, because this will actually save you years of trying. Oh, not trying, but years of just thinking about it. Because when you think about the benefits of each business model, right? You get money, you get status, you get like satisfaction that your work contributes, right? Like basically every business model will make you rich, right? So what you actually want to think about is the disadvantages of each business model. Like if you want to go into drop shipping, right? The disadvantage is that you'll be selling shitty Chinese products to American customers for double the price, and it's not really purposeful. And if you want to be an employee in a 9-to-5 office job, the disadvantage is that you don't really get time freedom, and you don't feel that the work you're doing is purposeful. Whereas for content creation, the disadvantage is that like I have to be more public. Not have to be, but like I like to be more. Basically, you'll get hate comments and you'll be more public with your private life, and someone might recognize you in public and say like, oh hey, are you atomiumjae? Like I watch your videos. Like that's actually happened before, by the way. And those disadvantages, like I'm actually fine with them. Like I see them more as something good. So basically, go through each business model, and what you'll find is that analyze each business model, and what you find is that the business model that is right for you is the one that has the bad things that are actually sort of good things to you. You get what I mean? And yeah, and something else that'll help you is just try to make $1 in every single business model. Like don't overthink. Don't be like some of my friends that spend like 6 months thinking about it. Just make $1 as fast as possible in every business model, and you'll make so much more progress, and you'll have a taste of what it's actually like and what you actually enjoy, okay? Holy shit, that was good. But okay, number 2 is niche tips. So here's some niche tips for you. Like dating, I'm finally making videos on it because I'm actually qualified to talk about it now compared to last year when I wasn't. So let me drop some game for you. I know I mentioned this like every dating video. I definitely said this before, but the looks maxes, like I'm telling you, like looks matter so much less in real life than they do on social media. And that's kind of a shame because like my looks are just like average compared to every other area of my life, even though I've improved on it tremendously. And what I find is you just need to embarrass yourself enough times until eventually it becomes not embarrassing to do that. And yeah, that's somewhere I really hope we reach, because I feel that you'll get a lot more fulfillment in your life when you do reach that stage. So yeah, business. I wrote down here. I actually have a sort of small plan for the video. I wrote down here. Yeah, just make $1 in every business model to see which has the cons that are actually pros for you. Get what I mean? To actually know how it's like. And you also need a goal page and a daily schedule. Goal page we need to do is just do it with me right now. Actually, I already have them here, but take a piece of paper right now or Apple Notes and just write down 5 to 10 goals that you want that would like make the biggest difference in your life. All right, pause the video and write like 5, for example. And I want you to take this list, right? And I want you to cross all the goals out until you only have 1 to 2 left. 1 to 3 maximum, but preferably the less goals you have, the better. Because just imagine you have 100 troops. You're Mongolian and you have 100 troops, right? Okay, let's make it 100,000. If you invade China with your 100,000 troops, you're sure to win, right? Okay, imagine this is like the 17th century. If you invade China with your 100,000 troops, you're sure to win, right? But if you split 10,000 troops to this random island, 10,000 troops to this other island, and stuff like that, you're gonna conquer nobody, right? Because your troops are spread too thin. It's the same thing here, where basically imagine every aspect of your life as a tower. What's the one tower that if you just get this tower really fucking high, the other towers don't even fucking matter because you've got this tower very high? What's the one tower that doesn't matter at all? What's the one tower that if you got it really high, the others wouldn't matter at all? Look, I know that there's a lot you want to do, and it's important to have balance and whatnot, but you're gonna need to be extreme in just a few goals, and that's how you actually make progress in them. If you try to juggle everything at once, you're gonna progress in nothing. What you have to do is that you have to make progress in 1 to 2 key areas of life. Like for me, it's YouTube and fitness right now. And then you enter seasons basically. So right now it's the season of YouTube and fitness for me. And then later on, it's gonna be the season of academics and like, for example, like the ukulele I'll play, just for example. What you have to do is be extreme for periods be extreme for like a few months at a time, And that's how you end up doing everything. You don't do everything all at once. You split them up into different seasons of your life. Because whenever you think you can do everything, just think of the troop analogy. Just think of the Mongolian troop analogy I gave you earlier, all right? And the tower analogy I gave you, where just get the one tower so fucking high that the others don't even matter at all. And eventually that's how you do everything. Even someone as disciplined as me, like I'm still a minor, by the way, and I've already made like 12k USD online. So even someone as disciplined as me, who pulled myself out of hell, I will raise my hand and admit that I can't do everything. So like I don't think it's very easy to do everything, and you're better off just, you're better off focusing on 1 or 2 things at a time, okay? And another niche tip for you is habit stacking, where basically, you know how you get consistent for a few days and then you fall off later, right? But do you ever fall off on brushing your teeth? Do you ever fall off on taking a shower? No, right? I hope not. I hope not. Okay, but you see how you don't fall off on brushing your teeth, right? So what you're gonna do is that you're gonna take this habit of brushing your teeth and you're gonna stack another habit on top of it. What that means is that every time after you brush your teeth, you meditate, for example. So your brain is just programmed to make meditation, the habit of meditation, as consistent as brushing your teeth. It's gonna take a few days to get it down, but once you do, you're gonna realize how fucking effective of a tip this is. Basically, any habit that you're struggling with, do it, like place it at the exact same time every day after you do a habit that you're already consistent in. So for me, that would be recording videos right after I brush my teeth, which is what I'm doing right now. The action step here for you is to list down, take your time, list down all the habits that you know you already consistently do. And the template for them is brush teeth and shower. And then right now, attach a habit that you want to get consistent in right after that habit that you already do. And for starters, just make it a small habit like meditation or reading, and you'll find that you actually make so much more progress in that, I promise you. And finally, number 3 is to keep going. That's Mike Posner's catchphrase. But yeah, keep going, because consistency and patience is everything in our world of instant gratification and instant pleasure and all that. There's gonna be a lot of times you feel on top of the world, which is really great, but there's also gonna be a lot of times you feel that you're down deeper than the Mariana Trench and you're down bad over this girl and you fucking like, okay, you can imagine what I'm trying to say, right? There's gonna be a lot of times you're gonna be down bad and all that. But just remember that every time you felt down in the past, you pulled through, okay? So why would this time be any different at all? You'll pull through it like always. Like just a few months ago, okay, not a few months ago, but like probably like 8 months ago, something like that, around that time in year 11, I was probably in the dark, one of the most difficult times of my life, when, you know, like if someone hurts you, like it's kind of okay, right? But like when you hurt someone you really care about, and you kind of have to deal with that, it's at least for me, it's really painful. And I had a lot of regrets at that time period, but I've grown a lot from that, and I'll probably talk about it in my birthday video, August 13th. Stay tuned, man. Subscribe so you don't miss it. It'll actually be really personal, and it'll probably stop quite a few people from killing themselves, actually, with how personal and how deep I'm gonna be going in on the video that will be up on August 13th. I haven't recorded it yet, but like I know it'll be up August 13th. I wouldn't be half the leader or have half the motivation that I do right now if not for that. So, or like I wouldn't even be half as capable of love as I am right now if not for that. So yeah, whatever it is, like I believe that like things, two people don't meet for, so that's something that like my female friend told me, like two people don't meet for no reason, right? And also things happen for a reason, or at least like, and even if they don't happen for a reason, try to find the reason that they happen and you'll grow from that. Okay, sorry I went a bit. Sorry this video is one. Sorry that one, this video is so long, and two, I sidetracked a lot. But you'll graduate from university, if you go to university, thinking, did I lose my teenage years or did I use them? But I mean the phrase, did I use my teenage years or did I lose them sounds better as well. So yeah, keep that question in mind, man, and ask yourself it from time to time. So yeah, you and I, let's stay good-hearted. Actually, let me change that. Let me change good-hearted to passionate. Actually, let me change it to compassionate, actually. That's my ending phrase. You and I, let's stay compassionate, stay sexy as well, and we'll discover just how many people will inspire.